And because she doesn't understand herself, she thinks it's your problem. She thinks it's her teenage kid's problems. She thinks it's her aging parents' problem. She thinks it's work's problem.
What's up, everybody? My name is Mel, and welcome to Life Coaching by Mel. Here at Life Coaching by Mel, we speak truth regarding the family. And not my truth, not your truth, the Lord's truth. And that truth is based on a line of demarcation that we call the Bible. We are here every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time with a new episode. I would love it if you guys join me here each and every week. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you can get each and every one of my videos. Be sure to hit me in the comment section because this is not a conversation about me, for me. This is a conversation for all of us. So be sure to add your thoughts. Hit the like button for me. Be sure to do your part to help the channel grow as well and share this with at least one person. Matter of fact, share with everyone you know. Ladies and gentlemen, I have a bit of an illness. My wife would call it a bit of an illness. But I like to follow up on things that I've once said and determine if I was right or wrong about it. You know, they call it, I like to be right-itis. I'm sorry. It's an illness I have that I'm working on every single day. I have flaws, ladies and gentlemen. I have flaws. And one of those topics that I want to go back just a little bit just to see where we stand at this moment is the Tia Mowry divorce situation. I did a video previously on Tia Mowry and the divorce that she had with her husband, and we just got to revisit this. And some would say since her divorce has been kind of hilarious, others would say it's been a little sad, but others would say that's right on par. That's right. That's what she should be doing. Let her live. Wherever you stand in this, I want to introduce a new element to this conversation so you can either validate what you feel or maybe you want to come over to the truth. And guys, I found a video that you don't want to miss of a therapist breaking down why women leave their marriages. This lady explains this better than I ever could. So we're going to take a look at that here shortly. So be sure you stay to the end of this video. People magazine came out with this article that says Tia Mowry says recovering from her divorce from Corey Hardrick is a whirlwind journey. The actress says she's stronger than before as she shared a video highlighting her journey 1 year on from her divorce being finalized. So let's take a look at a couple things she had to say. Tia Mowry getting candid about life post-divorce 1 year on. The actress who finalized her divorce from Corey Hardrick in April 2023 shared a video montage of her Instagram on April 3rd when she opened up about her whirlwind journey in navigating life as a mom since her split. Recovering from a divorce feels like a whirlwind journey. Mowry said in a voiceover as she sat on a bed, I found out through the process that divorce isn't a place where we arrive. It's entering a new chapter in life with many nuances and no one-size-fits-all handbook. The video then switched to different clips of the star dancing and posing in a photo shoot. Let's take a brief look at what she just said there. Recovering. The word recovering is a very powerful word, and I thought it would be nice to just look that up very quickly. Recovering means being in the process of overcoming disorder or shortcoming. Somebody help me out here. Did she not file for divorce? Like, what are we talking about here? Because from all accounts, she filed for divorce. They had irreconcilable differences, which was the reason for divorce. But Corey fought hard to not go through with the divorce. Corey did not want to lose his family. He was very public about not wanting to lose his family. Tia, what are you recovering from? From your decisions? From what you decided to do and leave your family? I know how much we try to make today's society be not about the nuclear family, but that is indeed what a family is. A mother and children is not a family. A father along with children is not a family. Mother and father raising children together is the God-ordained family. That's the family that God had in mind when he created this institution. So whatever we're trying to recreate it to be, that's not true. And I won't let you feminists or you left-wing people, I'm just joking. I won't let you guys switch what the Lord had to say about family. So I find it so curious how you can say you are recovering from something that you introduced or injected into yourself, into your own life. And I want to ask, what is she saying she's recovering from? Is she saying she's recovering from what Corey did to her? Or she's just recovering from the idea of divorce? Maybe she'll fill us in. Let's keep reading. Tia says, one moment you are relieved, feeling like you've conquered something significant, then suddenly emotions hit you all over again. It's a side of divorce that isn't often discussed, especially when there are kids involved, Mowry said. Is anyone else confused? It's like me going out and intentionally chopping off my foot and then wanting to play victim and wanting to get empathy, wanting to get support groups surrounding around people with cut off foots. I don't get what we're talking about here. This is a repeated thing that we see from modern women, wives, mothers, women who have created a life for themselves that is going in one direction. And all of a sudden, they shift. I'm telling you, you don't want to miss what this therapist has to say. She's going to let us know exactly why this happens, why this takes place. So we're about to check that out, so don't miss this. But Tia continues to say, you strive to be a role model, teaching them resilience and self-care. You try different things to soothe and release emotional buildup. You exercise, journaling your thoughts, meditation, and seeking therapy to cope with the breakup and the dreams you had for the future. This is so hard to hear, ladies and gentlemen. Like, she's literally creating her own demise and now talking as if she had nothing to do with what happened. Like, seriously, if you were new to this situation, you would think that Corey broke her heart. You would think that Corey, the one, went to the divorce office after she was begging him to stay. You would think that she didn't publicly emasculate this man, talking about how financially inept he is. But then you would be wrong. This lady is almost gaslighting us. I mean, it's kind of like I'm learning more about that word gaslighting the more I hang around liberals. So she's almost laughing in our face about everything people like myself have been saying about her misconduct and the things that she decided to do with her marriage and destroying her family. It's almost like she's saying, no, y'all wrong. I'm the victim here. I unfortunately had to file for divorce. It wasn't anything within my control. These kids that you're talking about here, Tia, those kids was there the entire time that you made this selfish decision, but you still went through with it. You seem like a very smart lady, intelligent lady, book read. You knew beforehand what things come with a divorced family, and you decided to do it anyway. I don't know about y'all, but I'm not really here to hear her sad summer story or this face full of tears or whatever issues of victimhood that she's trying to put before us. This is something you place completely on yourself. Overcome with emotion, she added that she believes someday I'll be able to look back on this time with nothing but warmth and gratitude for the beautiful children brought into my life and the stronger version of myself that emerged from the experience. For anyone who's going through this, I would love to hear your experience. Share your story because there's power in dialogue, Mowry said as she concluded the video. As women, we take our power back by sharing our stories and bringing any deep shame we hold from this experience into the light. I love you guys, Tia. She also captured the video, Resilience, the art of bouncing back stronger than before. Now, I actually held out hope in this article at first. I was thinking maybe she is talking to all divorcees. As myself being a divorcee, maybe she was talking to me. Tia cared about me. She worried about how I feel because I had to file for divorce as well. And, I got, I'm still in recovery, even though I'm in my new marriage. You don't know the thing I go through. No, she was only talking to women because only women can be stronger after doing something to themselves. A man could never say no crap like this. Tia knows that. A man can never say, what would I look like? Knowing that I'm the one that filed for divorce, coming to you guys with a sad, somber story about how I can't recover, about how things are just so bad for me now. I've talked about my divorce story on this channel, but I'm talking about it from the standpoint of what I went through and the freedom that the divorce brought me and how I'm now recovered on the other end of that. And the reason that I left was by no means irreconcilable differences. Divorce is tough for everyone. We know this. But you look like a flat fool to sit here in front of the world and tell us how sad your life is now when there was no justifiable reason for leaving. Now, I know for a lot of you guys, this may come across as harsh. Mel is an a-hole for what he's saying. This is not Christ-like. Whatever you want to say is definitely fine. But you don't got to listen to me. Let's take a listen to this amazing therapist and what she has to say as the reason that majority of women leave their happy homes.
70% of divorces that happen over 40 are initiated by women. Okay, why is that? Now, I'm not trying to keep everybody married. I'm not trying to get everybody pregnant. I'm just asking people to think of their hormones. Well, as she loses these hormones, there are so many brain changes that are happening. And because she doesn't understand herself, she thinks it's your problem. She thinks it's her teenage kids' problems. She thinks it's her aging parents' problem. She thinks it's work's problem. She doesn't go, oh, okay, wait, I've got some neurochemical changes going on in my brain that I need to make sure that my lifestyle supports. And she doesn't, since that conversation isn't open, she turns on everybody else. For years, I had so many women that came into my clinic and they said, whatever you do, please help me stay out of my doctor's office. And I was like, why? Because they don't understand me. And when they don't understand me, all they do is give me an antidepressant. And I feel so lost in what I'm supposed to do to help my own brain health, help my own body health. And we start dishing out supplements and prescriptions when there's a lifestyle that women are working against.
Woo! That's so powerful there. Now, that's Dr. Mindy Pelz, P-E-L-Z. So if you got any smoke, send it to her. I'm just joking. You would think, guys, that was pretty straightforward. And I don't know how factual that is. I'm just going off her word. But take it for what it's worth. Look it up. Do what you need to do. The point is, she made it crystal clear what exactly is going on with women at that age. And you see, this is very common. And I call it they get a batter in their back. You know, they get some initiative from their friends as well. You know, in Tia's case, he had Gabrielle Union, who's I think is the biggest Jezebel alive right now. You look at anybody she's connected to, you will see of just destruction. You'll see either homosexual men, transgender boys, divorces. That's all she associated with. Only reason her marriage is surviving because her man, y'all know about D-Way, I ain't gotta say that. But what this doctor is saying is actually scientific and biology that's leading to this. It's a chemical that's going on. And with that chemical, they're making these decisions. This is a feelings-based decision, so to speak. And we didn't need to know that in order to know that, because we see whenever a woman is leaving her relationship or leaving her marriage, she's not saying anything logical. She's not saying anything quantifiable. She's not saying anything factual. She's 100% leaning in on whatever she's feeling at that time. And by no means can it be her. By no means can it be what's going on within her. It's everyone else's fault. I've seen this play out in my own life. My mother, any type of explosive moment she had in her life, or whatever's going on with her individually, it will play out on everybody else. It's all our fault. I'm like, well, what we do? Because you crazy. But anyway, let's move on. The point is, ladies and gentlemen, this is 100% an internalized issue. And for any woman to externalize that and to put that out on her child, to put that out on her man, is completely wrong. And you would think there would be no possible way this could be disputed or this could be debunked. You would think women would just take this information and strive to be like, hey, this is something good to know for my future or for my now. I got to make sure I don't fall into this category. No, you would be wrong. Let's take a look at a couple of things that they're saying under this post. The first one, this isn't hormones. It's that we stayed for years and we finally have our kids grown and can leave our terrible husbands. Maybe they're tired of carrying the mental load. Maybe, but maybe she's just freaking exhausted from doing everything for everybody with no reciprocation. Nope, we're tired. Nope, she had enough. Maybe it's not the hormones. Maybe because life is too short to be with the wrong person. She's tired of carrying the entire domestic load, usually on top of working, and just waited until the kids were older. I say this all the time and I get flack for it, but the proof is in the pudding. Women are the absolute most selfish creature on this earth, on planet Earth. God knew what he was doing when he created them. But it's since the inception of women, going back to Eve, there's never been a more selfish creature. When faced with facts, instead of accepting facts or accepting truth, they will rather justify, shift blame, which further proves the point of what this therapist says. If you're new to the channel, let me let you know that I'm 100% firmly for marriage. I believe marriage is one of God's greatest creations. I believe when done correctly and done his way, it can create a beautiful life for everyone involved. It can create a beautiful life for those individuals, which creates a nuclear family, which creates financial growth, which creates the best atmosphere to raise children. But the most important aspect of what I just said is when done correctly. We have to be wise in who we choose. And if we do make a mistake in choosing the wrong person and you receive an awakening along the way that makes you want to live more of a righteous life and have a righteous marriage, it's 100% possible to get things on track. If you're a man listening to this, I ask you to submit to the Lord, submit to his ways, submit to his word. Lead by example. Whatever you're looking for your wife to do, lead her that way. Be the change that you want to see within your own household, within your own marriage. And once you see that, then she will start to follow and she will see exactly what the expectations are. She'll see exactly what the standard is. But we can't live unrighteously and then ask our wives to live righteous. It don't work that way. And to any woman watching this, if you're a wife or you're looking to be a wife, I use this scenario and this example of Tia to show each and every one of us, especially the women, that following your feelings leads to bad results. Leading with your feelings, making decisions with your feelings alone leads to bad results, especially when there's a chemical inside of you that you have no control over. The reason marriage is so powerful is because it's established with the covenant. The only way that this is to end is through death. And that is God's reality of this thing. Of course, when men get involved, we make amendments to what the Lord has set for us. So yes, we introduce divorce. And let me just put the reminder out there that the one reason that the Lord or the Bible says it's okay to go down the divorce route is infidelity. There's no such thing as no-fault divorce, irreconcilable differences. That doesn't exist in the kingdom. So for all of us, whether that be a woman, whether that be a man, don't allow your feelings, don't allow your emotions to take you down a path that you will later regret. Thank you guys for joining me. Hope this message helps someone. Love you guys. Take care.
Let's go.